24/7, I'm Aaron Dean. Alabama lawmakers take a big step toward protecting in vitro fertilization patients and providers in the state from legal liability. The move comes just weeks after Alabama Supreme Court called frozen embryos children and said those who destroyed them could be held liable for wrongful death. The Advocate Channel's Emily Schmidt has more on what the legalization could mean for IVF in Alabama.
The entire cost of our mortgage is now going towards our IVF treatments.
Gabby Price and her husband so badly want a baby, they paid for IVF by selling their Alabama house. Never guessing what happened next would depend on this.
SB 159 has passed.
Senate Bill 159, the Senate concurs.
Alabama's House and Senate took up bills Wednesday to protect IVF patients, doctors, and medical personnel, providing them civil and criminal immunity.
We hope and believe that the clinics will open back, that this is going to provide the immunity that they need.
The legislation comes after Alabama's February 16th state Supreme Court ruling that frozen embryos are legally children, and people could be held liable for their destruction. After the decision, 3 Alabama fertility clinics put expensive and physically taxing IVF procedures on hold.
I just hope that they understand that they're dealing with real people and real lives.
Critics say the bills don't address the broader issue of the Supreme Court's definition of an embryo.
Can I take this embryo off income tax? Can I apply for school choice?
Yet at least 2 of the fertility clinics which paused IVF treatments say they will resume care after Governor Kay Ivey signs a final version of the bill.
I'm not a lawyer, not a legislator, but from my understanding as a physician, this allows us to resume IVF care immediately, which is what our patients and families need.
Dr. McLean says at least 35 frozen embryo transfers were canceled. Now she says treatments may resume as soon as Thursday and Friday. I'm Emily Schmidt reporting.
On Ghana's Independence Day, demonstrators protested outside of their High Commission in London. The group is calling for Ghana's parliament to kill the country's anti-homosexuality bill that passed on Wednesday. The controversial bill was introduced in the parliament in 2021. It not only criminalizes LGBTQ relationships, but also those who support LGBTQ rights. A New Mexico jury finds film armorer Hannah Reed guilty of involuntary manslaughter. That's for the shooting death that left one cinematographer dead on the set of the movie Rust. Actor Alec Baldwin was holding the gun and Reed was responsible for its safety. It was not supposed to be loaded with live ammunition. She could get sentenced up to 18 months in prison for the conviction. Prosecutors also charged her with tampering with evidence for transferring a bag of cocaine to someone else after police interviewed her. The jury found her not guilty of that crime. In Florida, the former chairman of the state's Republican Party will not be charged with video voyeurism following rape allegations against him. That's according to the state attorney's office in Sarasota County. Christian Ziegler was ousted from his seat earlier this year after a woman accused him of rape and secretly recording their encounter. Authorities in January had declined to bring sexual battery charges against him, determining a video of the sexual encounter showed it was, quote, likely consensual. Prosecutors in the memo said that the decision not to pursue video voyeurism charges was based on what they said were inconsistencies in the woman's statement. Last month was the planet's hottest February on record. That marks the 9th month in a row that global records fell. That's according to new data from Copernicus. Officially, February was 1.77 degrees Celsius warmer than the average February in pre-industrial times, and temperatures in the first half of February were labeled exceptionally high. It also caps off the hottest 12-month period in recorded history at 1.56 Celsius degrees above pre-industrial levels. Download the Advocate Channel app on your phone or smart TV. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for the latest updates, and subscribe on YouTube. There's more Advocate Channel entertainment and news coming up after the break.